This is Living Power with Dan Hurst.
Wrong person. Your mate married the wrong person. It's the grace and mercy of God that turns us and them into the right person if we let him. Listen, I'm not the person Marcia married, 179 years ago. I'm not that person. She's not the person I married. God has changed us. He's allowed us to change through the circumstances of our life. Thank goodness I'm not the guy that she married all those years ago. Thank goodness that I've grown in the Lord. And there are parts of my life that I'm sure that she is really, really unhappy with, but the good news is I'm not what I was. God has changed. You married the wrong person if that person stays the same. Let God change the person. That's what God's doing. Remember, He put you in that person's life to help change him and shape him into what He wants them to be. Why did He do that? Because that person is the wrong person. He has to shape that person into what He wants them to be, and He's using you to do that. And He's doing that in your life also. You're the wrong person for that person that you married because God has to change you. He has to shape you into what He wants you to be. I love the story in the Bible of Hosea and Gomer. It's such an amazing example. She had left him. Gomer had left. What a name. The guy married somebody named Gomer. I don't know what he was thinking in the first place, but he marries this woman, and is there anybody here named Gomer? I know it's a common last name, but first name, there's not too many, I suppose. She had left him and had numerous adulterous relationships. And listen to what God says to Hosea. Hosea chapter 3, verse 1. The Lord said to me, go show your love to your wife again, though she is loved by another and is an adulteress. And so the story of Hosea and Gomer is a picture of what God wants to do in other people, as a whole and as individuals. And what happens then in chapter 6, come, let us return to the Lord, for He has wounded us, or torn us, which is basically saying He's allowed us to be torn to pieces, but He will heal us. And He has injured us, or He has allowed us to be injured, but He will bind up our wounds. God does that. Hosea 14:4, I will heal their waywardness and love them freely, for my anger has turned away from them. Listen, your mate is going to mess up. Your mate is going to mess up sometimes worse than you do. But it is the forgiving grace and mercy of God that can move him or her beyond that failure, beyond those failures, to accomplish what it is that God wants to accomplish in and through their life and in and through your life. So the question that you have to ask is God at work in my mate's life? Is God at work in my mate's life? If God is at work in your mate's life, then you can get through this failure. You can get through this problem. You can get through it. And let me ask you one other question. How are you praying for your mate? See, sometimes when things fall apart in our marriage, we quit praying for our mate because we're mad at him. And so I'm not praying for them. Are you praying for God to work His will and way in his or her life? Or are you just praying that a bus will hit him? How are you praying for your mate? Some people do pray that way. Which brings me to question number 4. Can God restore a damaged marriage? And the answer is, yes, of course He can. He's in the healing business. We just saw it in Hosea. Hosea 6:1, come let us return to the Lord. And Jeremiah 17:14 says, heal me, O Lord, and I'll be healed. Save me, and I will be saved, for you are the one I praise. I need healing because I'm hurt. I need saving because I'm lost. I need something, God. And God is the one who can do the healing. And God does that for His glory. Isaiah 58 verse 8 says, then your light will break forth like the dawn, and your healing will quickly appear, and your righteousness will go before you, and the glory of the Lord will be your rear guard. Which brings me to the final question. I'm divorced. Does God consider me damaged goods? And the answer to that is no. No.
Looking for a Bible study that's focused on the practical application of the Bible? Check out our website at theopenclass.com.